Hey, this is Dr. Charity from the Mo Better Life, and today we're going to be making some black bean and corn tacos. All right, I'm going to start off with the Aromatics, a red onion. Just cutting it, we're going to saute it. We're just basically prepping everything so that once the onions have been sauteed very well, this is going to be made very quickly. All right, so I'm just going to open up these cans of black beans. So we have three 15.5 ounce cans of black beans. You can really choose whatever bean you like. I like black beans mainly because they're high in fiber and also they're high in protein. So being on a plant-based lifestyle, on a plant-based diet, you gotta think about high sources of protein. Black beans are going to get you there. The other thing it's going to get you iron. So if you're having trouble getting enough iron from food, you can just increase your intake of black beans. Iron is important because it helps you to make more red blood cells so that you can transport oxygen to your body. So what we're using here is a safety can opener called Safety Can Express. It basically allows you to open a can without having sharp edges. It's good if you have kids that are helping you in the kitchen and you don't want them to hurt themselves. If anybody's interested, we'll link this in the description. So that's it. So you just open it up. For those of you who don't like canned goods, the other option is that you can just boil your black beans from dry beans. That's the other option. It takes a while. Canned beans are just fine. They're cheap. They're readily available if you just want to make a quick meal. Oh, place it there. I usually also rinse my can out before I put it in the recycling so it doesn't stink up the recycling bin. All right, and then just rinse these out. Also washes away some of that extra sodium that might be in there. Right now I'm getting ready to saute these onions in about half a cup of water. I'm gonna saute these just until the onions become translucent, where they kind of become see-through. I also season my onions a little bit, about a teaspoon of seasoning salt. And then about another teaspoon of paprika, smoked paprika. Turn the heat down because it's already on and popping. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. It's looking a little bit more clearer around the edges, little translucent areas. At this point, start adding in some of your other ingredients. So your 3 cans of black beans can go in now. Then I also put the can of Rotel in. Rotel is just diced tomatoes and chilies, 10-ounce can of it. They sell different kind. This is the lime and cilantro kind. Then you can also add your corn in. So this is a 1-pound bag of corn. Corn is very high in fiber, so it's good to add to certain recipes.
And why is fiber important?
The bacteria in your gut feeds on the fiber. So some people that have problems with like constipation, things like that, adding more fiber to your diet is good. The other thing fiber does is that it keeps you fuller longer. So if you're somebody who's trying to lose weight but doesn't want to feel hungry, adding fiber to your diet can help you feel satiated or feel fulfilled, meaning that you can go without having to eat so much again as often. And the other thing fiber does is if you're worried about your blood sugar, it helps to kind of keep your blood sugar steady. So if you have something that's sweet and you mix it with fiber, like an apple for example, you basically have lowered the glycemic index, meaning that you'll have less spikes in your blood sugar by including fiber into your diet. So those who are worried about your sugar or have diabetes, fiber is your friend. So the beans and the corn have fiber. This jar of salsa verde is 15.7 ounces. I sometimes will add maybe about a third of the bottle because I like the taste of salsa verde in my tacos. So I just add it to the mix. And then you add some of your seasonings. So this is chili powder. And so you probably put like about a tablespoon of chili powder, about a tablespoon of smoked paprika. I like it to have a nice smoky taste. You'll also add about a teaspoon of cumin. And I like it spicy, so I add cayenne pepper. You might want to start off with like half a teaspoon, see how you like it. If you need to add more spice, add more spice. Not everybody likes spicy. We do. So I'm adding more like a teaspoon over here. And maybe add a little bit more as we taste. And then you want to add some seasoning salt, maybe starting off with like about a teaspoon or so. And then we'll taste. So see if it needs more. You don't want to overdo it. You can always add more, but you can't take it away.
Or as they say, salt into the ancestors. What's the word?
Basically, until the ancestors tell you to stop. Let the ancestors guide your wrists. Let the spirit move you. But you know, I got to give y'all some kind of measurements to go off of. All right. So it's good to kind of taste how we did with our seasoning. So I like to get a little bit here. See how we did. It's hot, so I gotta let that blow a little bit. That's perfect. So what I'm gonna do is just let some of this fluid cook down so that when we assemble the taco, it's not too wet. Also, let the flavors kind of come together. So I'm just gonna let this cook on medium. So somewhere between a 6 and a 5 here. Because if you cover it, then sometimes the moisture gets locked in. So I usually let it cook uncovered. I like to give it a stir occasionally so that the beans don't stick to the bottom. What I'm cooking with here is called a green pan. I really love it because it's a non-stick pan. It allows me to cook without oil, so you're able to be oil free. And so food moves around very easy. The key thing about using this is that you don't want to cook with a metal utensil because it can scratch the bottom and ruin the coating, non-stick coating. So I usually cook with wood. And the nice thing about green pan is also non-toxic. So now that it's almost drying out, some of this moisture is going away, we're going to heat up our tortillas. All right, so I'm gonna turn this heat down a little bit lower. Just putting sort of tortillas, heating them up. Want it to get a little bit crispy, but you don't want to burn it, so you want to check it to make sure it's okay. All right, so I'm gonna take that. So I'm just gonna spread this cheese on there on one side. It's like a vegan cheese that's cashew based. We're gonna get some of the filling on there. So we already have some iceberg lettuce here that's thoroughly washed. So I'm just opening that up like a savage. And I'm just gonna sprinkle some lettuce onto there because I like a lot of lettuce on my taco. All right, and then add some salsa there. It's one of my favorite salsas. If you want to, you can also add some vegan sour cream or some cilantro. And there you have it. We have black bean and corn tacos.
All right. You know, when I come in, it's time to eat.
All right.
So, obviously, I know it's gonna be good.
Let's give it a try.
See what happens. Here we go.
Damn. Come on, deep.
Pause. No, it's really good. Did it again. Love it. Absolutely love it. Want some, beloved? See this? Want some, beloved? Here you go. Here's the lettuce. There you go.
All right. That's it.
Take care. See you in the next episode.
Bye.